What is up, you guys? It's your buddy Upshell again, bringing you guys some more Battlefield 1 tips and tricks. And today I'm bringing you what I believe is the best tank in the game, and that is the light tank. But it's not just the regular light tank, it's not just the regular configuration. If you didn't know, you can actually change the type of tank or configuration for each individual tank from the deploy screen. So what happens is when you go into the deploy screen and you scroll over to the tank, now in order to do this there has to actually be a tank or that specific vehicle available in the deploy. But if you go over to it and you press triangle or customize essentially in the bottom, you'll see it pop up in the bottom left corner of the screen. When you go into customize, you can select different configurations. You'll also be able to select the actual gun that you spawn in with when you spawn in as the operator class. Now, what's only available during the beta is that C96 carbine, which I don't mind too much because I actually kind of think that carbine's pretty dope and pretty fun to use. But either way, you can spawn in with different configurations of tanks, and the tank that I think is the strongest is the light tank with the heavy howitzer configuration. So what it is, it's actually, I think it's called the light howitzer tank, but that is the configuration that you want to be taking for the light tank because it has just massive firepower. Now the main gun does have a considerable amount of drop to it, so it does take some getting used to, which you can probably see from the start of the video. I do get a lot more accurate early on, but I do have to take a little bit of time just to kind of figure out the drop on this light tank. So why is it so great? Well, it's got a few features that makes it different from the regular configuration. It's got the 75mm heavy cannon, and this thing absolutely rips up other tanks. It does usually 3 shots to other tanks, and it does massive damage. So you do about 34 to 35 damage to the tanks that you're hitting. So right there, as you can see, I've ripped up that other light tank in seconds. Now, one tip I will give you guys really quick is the bug. It's a little bit bugged right now if you go to third person. I use third person just to get a wider field. I can't say anything. A wider field of view. But if you're in third person, your reticle is kind of off. It'll actually show you shooting below where the player actually is. It's not accurate. You can see right there. Like I was basically shooting at the guy's feet, even though my reticle was dead on to the dude. You don't want that, so when you're actually making your shots, make sure you switch to first person, but it is definitely nice to toggle back and forth if you're playing just regular mode. That way you'll at least be able to have some spatial awareness, and then you can rapidly go to first person and line up the shot. Now, carrying on, it also has a heavy machine gun, which basically just serves to rip up infantry much quicker than the regular machine gun, and it's just kind of nice to have something that you can use to tear up infantry while you reload your main gun. That is one of the downfalls of that heavy cannon, is that it does only have 4 rounds in it, but you don't need all 4 rounds to rip up a tank. You only need 3, and you will absolutely be pulverizing tanks. It also has a pretty awesome little side gadget, I guess you could call it, a little side feature that allows you to quick repair. So when you're in the heat of combat, you can actually tap a quick repair, and it actually doesn't have that long of a charge-up time. It's probably around 20 seconds. I didn't actually calculate it out. But it doesn't take too long, but you can instantly, boom, have 15 more health, and you'll fix any damage you kind of take. So if you damage your turret, if your engine's damaged, you can just smack that quick repair, and your tank will be in complete working order, which allows you to kind of stay on your toes just in case that other tank gets a lucky first shot on you and knocks out your tracks or knocks out your turret. You can rapidly get back into the action without having to do that long repair. The other thing it has is a smoke screen. Now, overall, the smoke screen is definitely not the most useful thing in the game. I'd probably prefer to be able to drop ammo or meds just to my teammates, but it is kind of nice. You can pop a smoke and pull back a little bit and then wait for the other tank to maybe push through as you get that quick revive off. It's not the greatest gadget set up in the world. I do think the repair is great, but the smoke's alright. You know, it's definitely an okay thing to be running on your tank. Now, I finished this gameplay at 57-3, and I do owe a lot of that to the way that DICE has actually just recently updated the way that Conquest works in this beta. So what they've done is they actually changed it where there is no countdown timer. Now with the count or the score the score timer, I should say, just keeps going up. It will never run out. The game will now end when one team gets to 300 tickets. And boy, oh boy, I like this version of the game so much better. it feels much more intense because it's like to the very last minute, you're kind of just fighting it out to try and get these last flags. Now, we did lose this game, but it did end really, really close, and it was pretty exciting. And like coming up to the end, I was like, okay, I really got to get on these last points and try and hold them for my team and hope that the rest of the people on my team, the other 31 guys, are doing the same. Sadly, they were not. But it is pretty cool. I like this version much better. Plus, it just kind of lets the game last longer. And I do like playing Conquest mode. For that kind of long, enduring game of Battlefield, it's kind of like the way I like to experience Battlefield, is these big, long games where you got to hold out your territories for a long amount of time. I think the game is best when it's played that way. And that's really what it is doing right now. So, this did allow me to go on this big 57 kill spree. I definitely wouldn't be able to do that in the regular mode. And as you can see here, I'm just trying to line this tank up. I'm still shooting a little bit too low. But once I start hitting, that's the second shot. The third shot, he's now disabled. He's not quite knocked off yet, but he is at a little bit of a distance. And I didn't hit him in a sweet spot. And then boom goes the dynamite. Now, it's actually kind of ridiculous how overpowered this light tank is. And because of that, DICE did say they are going to be nerfing it. One of the developers confirmed it on Twitter that the light tank is a little bit too powerful right now, especially where it is a single-person tank. And when you're running a landship really requires at least 3 people to be most effective, and you can still duel a landship with this light tank. So I don't really think that is quite right. I don't think that's necessarily the most balanced version of the game. If you can take out 3-seaters with a 1-seater, I think that if people do want to commit to having extra people in a tank, they should become more powerful as a trade-off. So, overall, I think that is smart of DICE to nerf this configuration, but there are 3 days left to the beta, and I'm sure you guys will still be running lots of light tank action in the full game, so go ahead, give it a try. I definitely think you guys will enjoy it. As for me, I'm going to leave the video up. I'm going to let you guys watch out this 57 game because it was a bit of a kill bomb. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed this game, so I hope you guys do too. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Likes really help the channel out. They really help me grow, so I very much appreciate you guys for doing that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think the best tank in the game is. I'm pretty convinced it's a light tank. I think the developers know it's a light tank, hence the nerf. But let me know what you guys think. What do you love to rock? I know some of you guys like the bombers. Some of you guys like the planes in general. I personally love cavalry. I don't think they're the most OP thing in the game, but they're just so damn fun to run around on horsey. But let me guys know. Or let you guys... I don't even know how to... I don't know how to talk anymore, dudes. But, yeah, let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content, and I'll catch you guys soon.
Objective. We have taken objective Duff. We have taken objective apples.
Capture the objective!
Taken objective Edward. We have taken objective Duff.
There! Enemy tanker!
We have lost objective Duff. We have taken We have lost objective apples. We have lost objective Charlie.
Medic! Right there! I can see an enemy medic!
We have lost. We have taken objective George.
Sighted a tank! objective! That objective there! Capture it! Tank spotted, sailor!
We are losing. We have lost objective Charlie.
Move it! It's an armored car!
We have lost objective apples. We have taken objective Duff. We have taken objective apples. We have taken objective George. We have taken objective Fred.